Week 10 of the fantasy baseball season. Here's a few pitchers I look to sell and trade this week. The first pitcher, Gavin Williams, of the Cleveland Guardians. Gavin Williams, it's been a nice season for him once again this year. Last year he was 12-5 with a 3.06, and so far this year, 69 and a third, 7-3 record, 84 Ks, a 3.25 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, and 5 quality starts. In the last 2 weeks, 14 innings, 2-0 record, 18 Ks, a 1.29 ERA, 0.86 WHIP, and 2 quality starts. His last outing, he went 8 innings, 11 Ks, a shutout baseball is Gavin Williams versus the Philadelphia Phillies. And I know he's a pretty decent pitcher, but right now I think he's pitching a little bit over his head. I know the AL Central, they don't have a lot of great hitting teams in that division, and the Guardians right now in first place. But Williams, he's just a guy right now that I think he's not going to keep it up at this pace. And anytime someone comes off, obviously a big outing, it's a perfect time to put him on the trade block if you don't think you're going to keep it up at this pace and see what you could get in the deal for them. May 10th versus the Twins, 6 innings, got the loss. 10 hits, 5 runs, a walk, 6 Ks. May 17th versus the Reds, 6 innings, got the win. 8 hits, 2 runs, 7 Ks, a quality start. And May 22nd, 8 inning, 4 hit, shutout, got the win. 11 strikeouts and a quality starts. His next outing coming up on Wednesday as of now. He's the probable versus the Washington Nationals. And we know the Nationals, surprisingly, the best hitting team in the National League in runs per game, led by James Wood and CJ Abrams. So Gavin Williams, like I said, he's got good stuff, obviously. He's been pitching good over the last season and change. But anytime a guy comes off a ball game like he did, especially at Philadelphia in a bandbox, and versus a good hitting offense, you think it's a decent time to put him on the trade block and see what you get from him. I'm not saying dump him for anything, but right now, Williams, in my opinion, his value is at peak value, and he's a sell-high pitcher this week. Next pitcher, Nick Martinez of the Tampa Bay Rays. He's been on the list a whole lot this season, and so far he's keeping it up at an elite pace. His numbers this season: 59 and 2/3, 4-1 record, 36 Ks, a 1.51 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, and 6 quality starts. And over the last month of the season, he's even better than that: 29 and 2/3, 3-0 record, 16 Ks, and 0.91 ERA, a 1.11 WHIP, and 3 quality starts. So this Tampa Bay Ray team, they're playing great baseball, first place in the AL East. And Nick Martinez, he was a guy, I've mentioned this in other videos, he was signed right before spring training, and he had to take, obviously, a 1-year prove-it type of deal with this Tampa Bay Ray team. And right now, one of the better pitchers in fantasy baseball, but another guy, I don't know if it's going to hold up all season long, going off the track record with last season. His ERA was hovering around the 5 for Nick Martinez. May 10th at Boston, 5 and 2/3, got the win. 7 hits, a run, 3 Ks in that one. May 16th versus Miami, 6 innings, no decision, 5 hits, no runs, a walk, 4 Ks, a quality start. And May 22nd at the Yankees, pitched a pretty good game, 6 innings. Did give up 9 hits, but only a run, a walk, a K, quality start. Nick Martinez, we know he don't have elite K stuff. And obviously, the more teams put the ball in play versus him, eventually it's going to find the holes, and those balls are going to carry as the weather warms up, especially on the East Coast. So he's pitching great baseball, but like I said, I don't think he's going to keep it up at this pace where his ERA is under a 2 on the season, and also his ERA in the last month in 4 starts is under a 1, which is unheard of. So Martinez, like I said, he's going out there, one of the better pitchers in all fantasy baseball, but I just don't think he's going to keep it up at this great pace. And right now, well, he's at peak value and also on a first place team, I think you could get good value in a deal for Martinez this week. Next pitcher, Kyle Harrison of the Milwaukee Brewers. Kyle Harrison, a former top prospect in the San Francisco Giants system. Injuries and inconsistencies got him traded over there in the Rafael Devers deal. And then pretty much this offseason, they traded Harrison for Duran, was this Red Sox team, but we know they needed some help in the back end of their rotation. And so far, Harrison, one of the best pitchers in the league as well. Milwaukee, they just produce these great pitchers out of nowhere as well. It's just like the Tampa Bay Rays system. They take a guy who's struggled or a former failed top prospect and turn him into something. And that's been the case with Harrison this year, but with him, I don't know if it's going to keep up with injuries over the last few seasons, and a guy who hasn't had a lot of innings under his belt where he could be hitting the wall sooner than later on the year. 45 and 2/3, 5-1 record, 59 Ks, a 1.77 ERA, 1.07 WHIP, and 3 quality starts. In the last month of the season, just like Nick Martinez, his ERA is under a 1, 28 innings, 4-0 record, 41 Ks, 0.96 ERA, 0.93 WHIP, and 3 quality starts on the season. So he's going out there, He's putting up zeros on the board pretty much every start of late, is Kyle Harrison. And I know this Milwaukee Brewer team, once again, first place in the NL Central. I know the Central, definitely a competitive division, and everyone hovering around 500 so far this season in the first 50 games of the year. May 9th versus the Yankees, 4 innings, no decision, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, 6 Ks. May 14th versus the Padres, 5 innings, got the win, 5 hits, no runs, 7 Ks in that one. And May 20th, a big game at the Cubs, where this Cub team, they've been free-falling of late. 7 innings, got the win, 2 hits, no runs, a walk, 11 Ks, and a quality start in that one. Take Kyle Harrison, he's going out there, he's pitching great baseball for this Milwaukee Brewer team. They got a tougher matchup coming up versus division rival, the St. Louis Cardinals, led by Jordan Walker, who's having a monster season. But Harrison, he's going out there. Like I said, he's putting zeros on the board. The K rate is great, 59 strikeouts in 45 2/3 on the season. But I don't know if it's going to hold up all season long here for Kyle Harrison. Like I said, he hasn't pitched many innings over the last few seasons, and he struggled as well. But like I said, with Milwaukee, they take some of these players and they turn them into something, and then we also see them flip these guys when their contracts are about up and get prospects back, and that's how they reshuffle the deck and stay as a contender is this Brewer team. We saw it with Freddie Peralta, and we'll see with other guys, I'm sure, down the line. But right now, Kyle Harrison pitching great baseball, but I just don't see him keeping it up at this elite level all season long. Next pitcher, Bryce Elder of the Atlanta Braves. Bryce Elder, he's having a great season after last year. He was a guy that couldn't even stay in the major leagues consistency until the Braves had no choice but to keep him up with all the injuries in the rotation. On the year, 68 2/3, 4-2 record, 60 Ks, a 1.97 ERA, 0.99 WHIP, and 8 quality starts. In the last month of the year, 38 2/3, 1-1 record, 31 Ks, a 2.33 ERA, 1.01 WHIP, and 5 quality starts in the time. So Bryce Elder, one of the best pitchers in fantasy baseball the first 2 months of the season. And this Brave team with Jeremy Hefner as the pitching coach, one of the best pitching staffs in the National League, where the ERA is just a little bit over a 3 on the season. So a guy like Bryce Elder making the mechanical adjustments, Hefner coming in, a new voice at the pitching coach position for this Brave team. And this Brave team, obviously last year, all the injuries and struggling even when guys were healthy at times. And this season, one of the best teams in the league at running away in the NL East. May 10th at the Dodgers, 5 2/3, got the win. A hit, no runs, 4 walks, 8 Ks. May 16th versus Boston, 8 innings, got the loss, 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 Ks, a quality start. And May 22nd versus the Nats, 6 innings in that one, no decision, 5 hits, a run, a walk, 4 Ks, a quality starts. He's got 5 quality starts out of the last 6 outings. Is Bryce Elder. He's a guy that's attacking the zone. He's not a high strikeout guy as well, where teams are putting the ball in play, and at times that could be a little risky where teams start getting better contact. And obviously, if the ball's in play, anything can happen. Bounce goes the other way for the offense in their favor, or guys just start teeing off, seeing more balls in play and get confidence. So right now, ERA under 2, best team in the National League, in my opinion, so far this season is this Atlanta Brave team, and they're playing great baseball. And Elder, like I said, though, last season he had an ERA and a 5. And coach changed, and it's a new season. Anything can happen, but I just don't think he's going to keep it up at this pace, is Bryce Elder. I know a few years ago, first half of the year, he was great for the Atlanta Braves as well, and then he fizzled out in the second half. So with those factors, I don't know if he's going to keep it up all season long, and he's definitely someone I think could get possibly a hitter and a pitcher in a deal for Bryce Elder. That's how good he's been all season long. So right now, well, he's pitching great baseball. Definitely someone I would put on the trade block and see what I could get for him. Like I said early in the video, I'm not just trading these players just for anything, but like I said, if you could get someone with more of a track record throughout their career, and also if you could get 2 for 1, because pitching's hard to get, especially if these guys are pitching great baseball, to get him in a premium. He's definitely someone I would go out there and buy this week. And the final pitcher, Davis Martin of the Chicago White Sox. I've mentioned Davis Martin a lot this season, and on the year, 61 2/3, 7-1 record, 66 Ks, a 2.04 ERA, 1.02 WHIP, and 7 quality starts. He's been one of the best pitchers in fantasy baseball all season long and in the major leagues. And I know he pitches in the division in the Central. Kansas City, not a great hitting team. Even the Guardians in first place, their hitting is in world beaters. I know the White Sox have improved this season, but I don't think that has anything to do with the 2 ERA on the year for Davis Martin, where I know he'll get better run support than he has in years past, obviously with Murakami and Miguel Vargas having nice seasons, but I just don't see him holding up at this level. May 10th versus Seattle, 6 innings, no decision, 3 hits, a run, 2 walks, 9 Ks, a quality start. May 16th versus the Cubs, 6 innings, got the win, 5 hits, a run, 7 Ks, a quality start. And May 22nd at the Giants, 5 2/3, got the win, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. And right there, a little bit shaky in that one, only going to 5 2/3, giving up the 4 runs in that ball game was Davis Martin. His next outing is penciled in Wednesday versus the Minnesota Twins, where their offense is a hit-or-miss type offense, and for the most part, they're not hitting the baseball great this season is this Twin team. But like I said, Davis Martin, he's only given up in his last 4 outings 6 runs total is Martin. So he's pitching great baseball, but he's another guy. I don't think he's going to hold up all season long for this White Sox team. I know last year he had 142 2/3 under his belt, but he was another guy with an ERA that was definitely up there last season. And now to pitch 2-2, I don't think he's going to sustain it, is Davis Martin. So while he's pitching great baseball this season and his ERA's gone down 2 points from last year so far, he's definitely a pitcher I would put on the trade block and see what I could get for him. So that's a few pitches I look to sell and trade for week 10 of the fantasy baseball season.